Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another casual chat. This is the second session we are doing, and this time it's a Sunday. So, few of the people who joined last time couldn't join this time. So, we might set up like a time that works for everyone in the future. But I hope you guys are chilling or whatever you are doing usually on a Sunday. So, what do you usually do on Sundays? Like, you know, from different perspectives and different jobs, different responsibilities. What do you end up doing on Sundays mostly?
Prepping for the week ahead, I think.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what was that?
Prepping for the week ahead.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, sort of. Also, sort of chilling, cleaning. Bro, cleaning. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sunday's a cleaning day.
Sundays like the cleaning day towards the afternoon, and then at the same time, like think we usually make like kirbat on Sundays.
Every Sunday?
Not every Sunday,
Oh,
like
okay. Like I was like,
yeah,
doing
do that
every month on
for
every weekend. That's like too heavy, even
Yeah.
for the whole month.
do that for you can't like you do that for like on an like probably like twice a month kind of thing, and then like we afterwards we usually go down to this small cafe to grab a coffee. It's really nice. Like they've got different flavors. Yeah.
That's actually cool. So is it something you're like they like think okay like it's Sunday, let's just go to a cafe sort of thing, or is it like, I mean, are you specifically going out just to go to the cafe, or is it that you go out somewhere and then end up before coming
I
home?
usually end up more going there. It's like just stay at home, like let's head out. Saturdays like we for sure we are going like that's like the like our
Friday
weekend.
and Saturday, that's a shopping day.
Yeah.
So whenever you go shopping, you go and just grab a coffee or a matcha. So yeah.
Interesting. I'll come
So
back.
what about you?
Sorry.
So what about you?
For me, usually weekends does not exist.
Okay.
No, I mean, like, I try my best not to differentiate the weekdays and weekends. I mean, I don't know if it's healthy or not, but so far it's working.
Yeah.
But it's just that if I have to buy stuff, I would buy even if it's in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
We are running out of stuff, we'll go and buy.
Yeah.
But weekends, no, nothing. Like, I still have the same alarm that goes to 7 days a week. So basically tries to wake up. If I feel like I have nothing, I might just sleep a little more, but I still want the alarm to go off on the same time. So there's no differentiation. I don't wait for the weekend for something.
That's
It
good.
just helps me organize better, like my tasks and stuff. So I don't know if it's good or not.
Very true. Like, yeah.
No, I think it like whatever works, because I feel like my routine has changed quite drastically when I was working.
I was
home.
going to come back to that. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's changed drastically because when you're working corporate, it's mostly like 9 to 5. Okay, so you're committed to that whatever time block, right? And then when you're working on startup, it's you have that flexibility, but I think lots of people think that flexibility means, oh, you can just have so much freedom, so much free time, but that's not the case. Like when it's like 24/7. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
But did you knew coming into this or not? Because I had talked to people that didn't
I
think of
I
that.
think I think I knew because of the startup experience in Sri Lanka. Like sort of because when we were in Sri Lanka, there were days we were working until like 4 a.m., especially building that the whole automated like the locker system.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we were working until 4-6 in the morning, but like woke up at what, noon.
Yeah.
So I sort of, because of that, I sort of knew, you know what, like it's gonna be different. You're not gonna have that. But for me, I'll be honest, I like not having that expectation, because I feel like if you're working corporate and you're working a 9 to 5, you're doing that. There were days like I woke up and I was like, oh my god, like, I don't want to do this today. I would love another 1 hour sleep and then I'll be ready. But you can't do that because you're in corporate, you sign this contract and it's not as flexible. But I know that's not the way team up works as well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it is, but
Yeah.
at least I am very like, I don't know, my flexibility, like I try to give the same flexibility to the people I work with, like my colleagues, staff, like anyone. So they also have the, like, if you think you need a break in the middle of the day, you can have it. There's no issues. And just because you want to just take a break, go sleep even, like I can show some people here that might just like, get a quick sleep, but comes back to work and finish it. So the thing is, I think it's a life choice, but most of the time you don't get that from like a typical corporate company. But I want to give the choice, but at the end of the day, it's your choice. Like, I'm not asking, okay, you should not sign off and work until late, and I'm also not asking not to do the other way around. So you have the freedom, just get the work done if you want to finish. Because like, you see, so Tarin usually, like, when he's working, he works until like literally the whole day. He signs off in the morning, and like, even if I look at like the late in the day, he's still working, but he has his freedom to just like, go away or do whatever he wants in the middle of the day, and he just comes and try to covers up. My problem only comes if someone is not covering up the work, or if it's getting delayed. But I think that's something people should have. And
Yeah.
being running a company also, that's what I wanted to. But then there's also people who can't handle that. Like, we had people coming in the past, signing, like coming to work, and then didn't work out with the whole, like, it was too flexible for them. Like, they needed someone to tell, no, you now start work, now finish work, do this, do that sort of thing. So it might not be for everyone.
Yeah,
But
that's very true. Like, I'd
Yeah.
like a couple of people that I worked with, like, when you give too much flexibility, it becomes like they misuse it. But what they don't understand is like you're also accountable for the work.
exactly.
So because you at the end, like, there's another person who has to drive the whole operation and pay you the flexibility. But
Yeah.
flexibility, yeah.
I think that's the thing. Like, you have to be accountable. Whatever you do, I think, like whether you work in corporate or whether you're running your own thing or whatever, you have to be accountable. So if the workplace is super flexible, then obviously, but like you said, Neela, I completely agree. Some people are not trained to think that way either, because I feel like since we were kids, we are being sort of trained to work in a way. Someone's always telling us what to do. So they're not training us to take accountability. It's more like, okay, you come to school at this time, you do X, Y, Z. Then you leave, and then you play around this time, you eat at this time. So
Exactly.
you don't train. Like, even the universities, I feel like they're not being trained enough to be accountable for our own actions and be flexible enough that it won't sort of damage like our work or our lifestyle or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even the parents, like, let's say you're now doing a job, your parents or whoever usually expects you to come home after work. Like, it's still the kind of cycle. So everyone expects that, and I think that's how, like, most people in the society just goes up. They need that, or like someone or something to tell that, okay, you now need to switch to the next thing. Okay, now you come home, leave the work, start being with the family, and have the dinner. Like,
Yeah.
I am doing the same thing, but there's no time. Like,
Mm.
that, like I was telling, like, my team, I think a couple of weeks back also, like, when I'm traveling, I have that flexibility where it's in the middle of the day. I'm now with the actual like the family. So we are traveling, enjoying during the day. Then I work at night, cover myself the what I missed or what I had to catch up with clients or whatever. So I have that flexibility, and that doesn't mean now I am not or losing my time with the family or whoever like you want to spend the time with.
Yeah.
But
It's a huge cultural thing.
Yeah,
It's
so
it's not just mostly in Southeast Asian like a cultural thing. Some people would understand, some doesn't. Like even if you start opening your laptop towards like late night, become like, oh, why are you working there? Like this is not a workplace. What they don't realize is that during the workday, like they had so much flexibility, and then they would appreciate, oh, this is a great place to work. You can go with us, but then like after hours, like when you open and check something, that becomes like it's like you forget that you were able to do have a flexible lifestyle is because the workplace is good, and then but then you as a person also would need to be accountable because at the end it's you're delivering the work to another person. Yeah,
what do
very
you
much
guys think?
yeah.
Tharin, what do you think?
yeah, I want to see what your kind of perspective is. How do you usually spend the Sundays, Tavin, Yusuf, and then we'll get to what do you think on the flexibility as well.
Yeah. So mostly my Sundays are like chill, like watching movies, or if my friends are online, I'm playing some games so with them. So yeah, mostly like chill.
Chilling, that's your goal for the Sundays, like
Yeah,
just chill until you
just
get
chill.
back to
Yeah,
work on Monday.
yeah.
What do you think of the flexibility? I mean, you don't have to just say
Mm.
good things about the company, but like, what do you think? Like, do you think you can manage, or what are thoughts, or how people should manage? Other
Yeah.
thoughts?
So basically, if something like I need to cover up, or like I have to do to get my work finished, mostly I'm work on them on weekdays, but on my time. Like I get to have my like to free time on weekdays. So if something gets up delayed, I'm working on weekdays. But since I'm the one who chose it to do that, so I think it's a good thing for me to have that flexibility, because I don't have to finish it exactly on Friday, so I can work on them on Saturday and Sunday and get them finished on Monday. Yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Mm.
That's very cool.
Yusuf, you are running your business. How do you think it works for you? What do you usually do on Sundays, and how?
Yeah, so Sunday mainly is like planning for the following week ahead. And
Yusuf, we are hearing a little like a noise with your voice.
is it okay now?
Yeah, better. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sunday is basically for like planning for the following week and analyzing this week performance and what are the improvements that can be done and any other changes which needs to be made. All I do on Sunday because mostly all the other days of the week I'm busy and I'm out and yeah, flexibility actually that, that there's a difference like between flexibility when you're in corporate versus when you're as a like founder. So that's where actually your motivation and drive comes into play because as a founder, if you just misuse it or don't make the maximum use of the time, I believe that flexibility would not give you good results. So yeah, that advantage is there, but you need to make sure you like use maximum out of every minute.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, because I think that's something most early stage business owners screw up at. because
Yeah,
if you somehow keep going for a while and you have people that rely on you, then sometimes you can't have the flexibility. Like once you start hiring people, you have a team that relies on you, then naturally you might have to kind of like stay there. But then the early stage people who would just build something and think, I mean, they just start like a business, like a self what was the terminology we used in Sri Lanka, for when you register your own under you, like a single person before
entrepreneur,
sorry.
entrepreneur,
No, that's there's this
entrepreneur.
registration type, like you register as a, I can't recall, like I did that, then converted the company into a
Proprietor.
sole proprietor. Yes, that sort
Yeah,
of thing. So now you forgot the job, like you stop the job because you wanted to be free and you now start something, but there's no one depending on you yet. At that time, I think a lot of people screw up with that freedom.
Mm.
Like they should be
Yeah.
working twice hard now just to get to that level where they can start hiring people, getting that first thing done, but they enjoy the freedom too much. Like on social media, I see like after this whole vibe coding thing recently, oh my god, the people, like they put a prompt, have an application, basically just the vibe coding cloning an application, and they start posting as founders, but they don't know what's yet to come. Like there's a long way to go. So I can see that all the fancy thing, like going and having a coffee, showing up their product and all, but there's so much that's going to come to like actually being there. Like my god.
Sorry, I didn't see the white coding. Probably
It
I'm not.
was
I didn't really. I was
probably,
on.
I think in Sri Lanka it was I can imagine, like, because it depends on like the type of post you're seeing. You're probably seeing
Yeah, might be probably different. Like the more you go into a post, the more you are going to see those. So I like have them. I just get them now. My threads basically the threads app is basically full of those people. Oh, I mean the feed is full of that. Like literally, I scroll. Okay, one person has built an app, putting like this thing next on, literally apps. I don't know where the internet would end up
See, like
because
lovable.
sorry.
It's like lovable.
Yeah, so there's now a lot of apps like Lovable.
Hmm.
I mean, Lovable was not the first one. There were other apps, but then came Lovable because Lovable made it more consumer friendly. The earlier tools were more developer type, at least. Like, yes,
Yeah.
normal people started using like there's tools like Cursor and all that. So still, I see a lot of no, still non-technical people are using, but they have some sort of a thing. Okay, they just try. But Lovable made it a lot more like consume, like normal people sort of thing. So I think that's why it went into a like a more popular, and I think they got like huge investments and all. One of the companies that got the highest investments in a recent like a lowest time or something. But
Right.
the tool is okay, but they're not telling about the people. Just because they cloned something, they think okay,
Yeah.
like it's they have founded a business.
Do you feel like what they're lacking is then like the strategy and the vision, maybe? What do you think they're lacking?
Vibe coding is something that I can like talk all day. I have a very, I don't know. So I don't think the concept is bad.
Mm.
And I'm not sure where it will end up with. Like there are a lot of goods and bads that goes with it. But my main problem is people are actually forgetting what it's like to build a product, build a business, like what needs to go through. It's not the technical issue.
Mm.
Like it's okay if you can get something done faster, cheaper, and build it. But then the like no one's now building an application that is like trying to solve an actual problem. Like put that thought into like how can we make this better sort of thing. Everyone's just like, okay, I have an idea, just do it. But the problem is most of the tools is they just give you a clone. Like, oh my god, it's just keep cloning everything. The UI is now, if you look at like a lot of tools, it's the kind of the similar interface. Like back in the days, we used to spend a lot of time, like there's a whole UX process, like we think, that sort of thing. So if you are still using that, okay, I just need to put a prototype, test out the market, that's okay. That's the thing. Like it's every tool. I think there's goods and bad, but I don't know. People just thinking they clone something and being a founder is, I mean, it's okay. It's still you. I can't judge, but I don't know. It's becoming like, I think, too much. Sort of. I don't, I don't want to judge. Like I'm okay. People enjoying something, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's in the long run, it's going to be doing more harm than like actual, benefits for that. Unless you are using it for the right reason. Same with the other agentic coding and all. Have you guys had a chance to, like, I don't know, did you try more like AI for not these sort of things, like not to content, not
Agentic
for content,
commerce.
but to build something? Have you guys tried?
Yeah, we did. We just
like a
it's
prototype.
for one of the devices, but then it still has a lot of mini like gaps
very
in there. Like
basic.
it's mostly, I think, to show the invest, like to get some traction, because it's for us, like I feel like it's just the UI. There's a lot, like you said, there's a lot of other elements into it to build traction, to show your customer, to get the early feedback. That's this what they've done is like really good, but then you need to have that strategy, what's going to happen next.
You need to be doing some thinking as well, because I agree with you. I think if you create anything with UI content, apps, whatever it is, like if you're not spending enough time trying to understand the problem, and if you're not spending enough time trying to understand the solution, you're basically just going to, that authenticity is going to be lost. Because even if you look at content ChatGPT or whatever other platform generates, it used to be kind of different, but now it's sort of following the same structure, same flow, and you can easily spot, okay, this is airing. But so I think the way I look at it, especially with content, you write your own first. It should be your idea, and if you want to refine it, because I think what ChatGPT has also allowed, again, speaking purely in the form of content writing, it's made things more accessible for people who otherwise wouldn't be posting or have had a voice. So that's really good, but it should essentially, like, initially, it should be their idea. Like if you're just going to say, oh, give me a post on this topic, and then you copy and paste it on a platform, then like, do you even understand the problem? Like, can you even hold a conversation about that topic, or did you just copy paste something? Like, you know what I mean? So I think it's the same logic. But yeah.
Completely agree. Even when I'm writing an email or to a post, but I agree with what you just said. Like me personally was a person who did not used to post stuff as I do now, because for me it's so much work or time that needs to spend on like formatting it in a proper, like a structure. Like I have the idea, I know what to write, but it takes me so much time. I'm not like good at content, right? So I then, okay, like I did not have that time to spend on that, means I have to like stop what I'm actually more important for me to do. Like could be like an actual work, a client thing, staff thing, something. I don't have that time. But now what I do is I write the points, exactly what I want to tell, and I just get there to refine it in a way that, okay, like it's proper, like grammar and everything, and it has the correct structure, but the whatever the content or context is mine, like it's me. This is what I wanted to say, and you like put that in nice, like a proper words, and now it's fast. But
Yeah.
most people would just like even put blogs and stuff. This okay, generate a blog. Now I put, and there are like, even, oh my god, like I don't know. We could talk this for days. I think there were tools that could just automate the blog post. So what does that mean? back in the days, writing a blog means like pouring your heart out. I don't know if you guys remember even on Sri Lanka back in like those days, we had blog meetups. Tadin, I think you even might remember. There were people like joining, organizing meetups
Mm.
who were writing blogs, and there were a lot of followers who would follow the blog because that one blog means it's so much ideas you have and like so much time you put into it.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. But now, like, I don't know why you would even want to have a blog for your company or personal that is just automated.
Mm.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't make sense, right?
crazy.
Mm.
It's
That's
just
what it has come to.
useless content to drive. If sometimes it's not even driving SEO, so then
I
why
was gonna ask
why
how
would
Nila, from your perspective, how is this impacting SEO?
Okay, I don't know if you guys saw recently that I can't remember the exact numbers, but maybe if I can find it, I'll put it into the final video or something. The last year or two alone, the number of what was it, AI generated content, the percentage has passed like the content, this thing that was like in the full internet. So I'll again like put the numbers. I can't remember, but what has happened is now the internet is full of AI generated content, the higher percentage than the actual content people were writing before it. So it has passed like for the last 5 or 6 years, whatever the people have originally written is now lesser than the actual AI generated content. So I don't know what's happening. But then again, it's okay if it's like, for example, like for us, for my website, on the company or for the products, the write-ups we use AI to generate. It makes sense because it doesn't need to be authentic or like you're not telling a story. It's about the product, the features. So okay, write it in a nicer way though. That's a good way. But the problem is that people are even losing the personal touch of how the actual content would be. So for SEOs, I'm not actually sure where it is going, but my thinking is that there would be I don't know if this is happening. You might know better, like because you are in touch with the whole like how the content stuff works and all. But I think there would be a time where the search engines would check if this is AI generated content or not, and also that would result in certain decisions on whether to show it to the user, sort of thing or not. Because back in the days, the duplicate content was an issue. Like if we the when we if we create a page that is really duplicated, it was going to go down on the search rankings. If so, I don't know how now it actually works. Have you had a chance to like see what's new on those?
Not really,
I
man.
think it's
So,
already happening. Like you can't simply rank anymore by generating a random content from ChatGPT.
How does
You
it work?
did, and
Oh, my God, you are the SEO guy. I remember you were so much into the SEOs. How does it work now with the search engines?
no, you have that past EATS update. Google EATS, that authority and trustworthiness. So it actually checks who has written the content and what sort of authority that person has on that particular area.
But
So yeah,
how does it like genuinely? I don't know how it works. So
you
if I
have a
just
blog post at the bottom and you put the author bio. On the author bio, like Google can see like who is this person, do they have the authority? Like if it's a medical article written by a random writer, then it will be having a low score. But if it's a medical article by a doctor, then Google knows it has some authority over there.
okay, but what if that doctor used AI to write that article? How does that impact?
Yeah, then again there's an issue. So and I think now there are tools like you can just check whether AI generated, so Google can detect that. But when it comes to using AI tools, I think most common issue most people have is they just use ChatGPT without actually understanding how the platform works. Because a very few number of people actually learned even the basics of the prompt engineering. So they just type, generate a 100-word blog post for my website, or create a homepage content for my landing page or something, and they get some random content. So they don't actually know how it works, and that's one of the main reasons why the quality is really low. But if you use it in a proper way, like you give it like the role, I need a homepage copy for my product website, this is my target audience, this is how it should be, then you can actually start getting better results, or at least the idea of that can be there, which you can further improve on.
That completely
So,
makes sense.
What do you guys think on the sorry, I think this is another different question. The AI co-pilots, or the one that you just said like earlier,
Agency.
agently, is it?
Agency, yeah.
agentic.
Agentic.
Agentic. Would that be like making people, like, it's like you're creating a role, right? Specific role.
Anyone wants to go first, or Tavin, Yusuf, what do you guys think? Because I
So
again have like strong opinions on these things, so I might just keep talking for like few minutes. Do
what's
you use
that?
any agentic workflows, Yusuf?
No.
You don't. You should.
Learned a bit of it, but still not done anything on it.
You should. Tavin?
I'm using. So it's kind of helping to get the work done more like fastly. So like if like back in the days, if it take 30 minutes to do something, or now it's take only 15 minutes, because I can write with like, we can't actually at the moment, I think we can't like generate the whole thing, because it doesn't have any idea about the structures and stuff. So still we have to say these are the things and these are the things that I need to get generated, or I need to get completed. So I can do it as a like a helper or something,
You can generate the whole thing.
What
but
purpose
it's not the
do you
way
use?
I need. No. So
Yeah.
because we had the kind of structures and stuff when we are like coding stuff, and we have standards we are using. So everything
can.
he doesn't know.
Yeah, I'll tell you why.
See?
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't know the amount of like code generation that I do now with AI. But just to answer, or like what you guys asked, I think it comes down to anyway the user. So AI agents, everything is just a tool at the end of the day, at least for me, right? So I have no problem in using it. Like even when we are interviewing now, we let them use AI, because I don't feel like we should not, like, it's good if they know how to use that. So even in the interviews, we openly say you guys can use, but keep the we anyway have them screen shared when we are doing the interview, and let them freely use, so we see what they're trying to prompt and stuff like that. But I think it's again the tool. The main problem is that a lot of people are using it the wrong way, right? Like especially the next generation of students who are just coming out of university and everything. I feel like they are getting more, what's the nicest word to use, like, like not as it used to, like more dumble version sort of thing, because they don't understand what's happening, nothing. They think, okay, like I've seen, so how about they prompt like everything and they just copy paste, make it work. They are so fast into making things work, like getting it running, than actually learning how to do it. So that's going to be a huge problem in the future. So what I tell everyone is use it, but try to understand it, what it's doing. Cut the time, but don't cut the knowledge. So you can even at least ask back the AI what you did if it didn't explain, like, or then you next time, right? So I don't think it's a bad tool or anything, but it's the people that using it for bad. So what Tharin said and what Yusuf said earlier, with the LLMs, what happens is, you guys know, right? LLM still doesn't really think anything. What it does is it guess the next word or next token, right? I mean, it's doing it so well, but what's happening is it's basically just guessing the next word or letter or whatever the next token is, right? So if you just say something very open, like nothing specific, but like said, do this, it is very random content, because it only knows, okay, what these are the words that the user said, and let me guess. And it gives you, of course, it makes still makes sense. There are processes to refine the output, but it's too random. But the more context you give, the better guess it does and gives you the better output, right? The more the better. So that's why, like, even on when a user just try to type like a paragraph, but the actual model is capable of like handling million characters or more in a single prompt, right? So the more information, the more context, it gives you the better output. And for what Tarin said, Tarin, what I do usually is, when you write the prompt, you give examples to it. Like, I don't want to be very specific on our like internal the coding this thing, but what I meant is, let's say you need it to generate something based on something you already did, but what you are saying is it doesn't know that's how it needs to be done, correct? So what I do is, okay, you tell what you want, and then tell, okay, for this, refer these items or these files in a different project even. Like, you just have to give it context, and it is very good at predicting and giving you the exact output. Like, I've been running crazy. Like, I have the bigger screen, so I sometimes have 3 projects running 3 different agents. Like, it, because I have a problem, right? It's hard for me to just focus on one project and wait for it to either load or something. Like, I need to do something else. It's a very bad habit. Like, especially if I'm working or checking something with a client and it takes ages to load the application, I am distracted and I am doing something else. So I need to have something else open. Like, so I usually work on 2-3 projects at a time. So what I now do is run the agents, give all the context. Sometimes I write like a full, like a note file. It has everything that I want to do, and I feed it. It sometimes run for like 10-15 minutes and does everything. So I think it's a great tool if you're using it right.
So do you integrate it with your existing Visual Studio?
Yes. So we usually use VS Code, and I personally use the GitHub Copilot.
Okay.
And that also, like, I see a lot of people burning a lot of like tokens. So basically paying for the numbers, right? So in Visual Studio Code, the GitHub Copilot is starting at $10 per month. I only pay $10 per month, and I built or updated crazy stuff. The idea is that with the $10, you get a couple of models free. When I say free, you are still paying the 10, but it doesn't count towards the limit. It's included in the $10 unlimited use. Then
Right.
there's the couple of models that are 1x or 0.33x. That means you can do 3 times per 1 credit sort of thing. So how I do is, because I know what I need to do, if it's very complicated, I use one of the premium models, do the harder part because it does that better. Then for the rest of the stuff, I use the free, like, non-credit model, and it still does that better. So some people just keep, even for the smallest one, if you just, okay, change this button or whatever, if you use the main model, 1 query, it's 1 credit. So you have 300 credits per month. I've never run out of the 300 credit. There was a time I was telling Reshika also, I spent like almost 2 nights at the end of the month trying to finish the credit, because I had used all the month and there's like so much left and I can now think what I need to do. So I started building random stuff.
Okay.
And I ended up building, I don't know, I haven't shown you guys. I ended up building a you remember the virtual HQ tool that we were using? I asked you guys, you were
Oh
also
yeah,
doing?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So recently they decided to uh, remove the free accounts
Right.
and get us to pay. And it's just like few of us usually using it, so I didn't want to pay. Otherwise, like if it's good, I would rather pay. I mean, the
Yeah.
tool was good, but we just wanted it to for communication. I literally built a working version, not best, working version over the weekend.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
It's
these
crazy.
days we are like all of us, we are trying it out, testing it out internally. It has
Right.
the 3D things you can move, everything syncs. The
No way.
prices, yes, I'll show you guys
Oh,
on this thing. And it has the call integrated using a Jitsi module, so it's like an open source conference thing. We installed it on our server. Now the whole thing is there. People can join, and they have like 5 characters to choose from. And you are like, they have the kitchen, the bathroom, and everything. So it's a virtual office. But if you look at it, it's not polished as that one, but it works. And literally built it over the weekend.
it's crazy.
So like,
This is gonna create some sort of like, because like you said, like now there will be other people who would get into it and then like try to create stuff like vibe coding. So then that creates, no one's doing it. Like for you, there is a purpose, but for others who are doing things, they would do it without a purpose and a problem, and then try to expect it will run through it, and then it's also within the whole like s- community ecosystem that think the next year is gonna change quite a bit, and then
a lot.
even when they go raise funds, I feel like there's gonna be a shift. uh, there will be so many challenges for a, a person from a tech background going to raise funds, because they know like, okay, tools are there, they can build it, and they have capability as well. It's not that anymore now. It's gonna be like, how do you commercialize this? How do you get your customer? Because you now you can build this less than how many months, like 2 months, like a MVP, or you can
Not
say
even
like,
that now. Yeah.
like
No, like
it's
I can
crazy.
again talk for like an hour.
Yeah,
This is very like exciting.
for the next chat.
Yes, probably. No, because so I was in Web Summit
Yeah,
last week.
can ask you that.
Yeah, we were going to
Yeah.
discuss now. Like this time, I had a plan because anyway, like we go for a reason. So mine was not just to catch up with the latest whatever, but to actually like see if I can find potential leads and stuff. I mean, most of people anyway comes for that. So my target was alpha and beta companies. So alpha is very early stage. Some doesn't have funding or maybe less than 1 million funding, and then the beta and then the growth. Growth means more this thing. So literally, I as soon as I entered the first day, I started going for different like each alpha ones. So we'll maybe talk more on another day. We are like almost closing the time. But my God, it is very, again, what's a nice word? Maybe not disappointing, but um, I don't know. Like 3 years ago when I came, so this was the third time. The first year, right? 3 years ago. Everything that was there was very exciting. Like you had crazy ideas that you can't even think of. It's
Mm.
crazy. Oh my God, like I would have thought of that sort of thing. I mean, I couldn't have thought of that. So all the cool stuff. Now you go. It's literally the same thing.
Yeah.
Too early stage. You can see that they have just vibe coded it, and now they are waiting there, trying to raise funds. There were alpha companies who has come there. I mean, I don't know if they really want to raise fund or they are just trying their luck, but they are here and they've literally just started the company 3 months ago.
Right.
Started the company 3 months ago means the product was developed in less than 3 months, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe 3 months. So if you think in 3 months it's ready for investment, I don't know. Because everything that I see, again, social media and the people I talk to or everything, it's even like before they actually build something, they're thinking about raising funds or getting investors. It's not even a unique idea. I don't know how. Like, it's so sad seeing that. And of course, if they are actually like putting their money or whatever to build these things, whatever the money is, like, I don't think all of them would succeed. Like, there were of course good concepts and stuff, but most of it were just like clones, and they are here. Like, even to have that booth, I mean, the space on that event, it's expensive. So I don't know why they would spend that money thinking I have a product just because it's not even half baked. I don't know. Like, that's also fine. Like, you have a vision, you have an hour, like a quick MVP, but you don't have everything. But it's not even that. It's just okay. The whole product is there. Like, you can see all the menus and things, but then the issues and all, like when they were demoing. But I don't know how it's going to affect. A lot of things going to change. I mean,
Right.
already have changed, but next year I don't know how it's going to go.
Mhm. With all these AI agents coming up, and then they are also getting improved, no? Like computing power is getting improved. They're working on like preparing data centers, and then now Nvidia is like doing their own um computing data centers. So it's gonna be much improved. Then what's gonna happen is like that what's the problem? Everyone will be like, oh, what's your North Star? What are you solving? Like, what's your like go to market? This is we because yeah, that then it becomes like, oh, do you have a team behind this? Like it's gonna complicate to a lot of people, I feel, and then the people who will get successful in raising funds without even having like a product would be the person who's got like a good personal brand and like out there like most
Exactly.
yeah. Then again, for them the challenge is like they will not have a clue on how to build it.
Yeah.
Finding
I think that's a good kind of like a prediction sort of thing. I would also agree, because I think now the time is kind of shifting where whoever is investing does not, it doesn't matter whether you have a team or not, just like you said. They will just look for whether it's the like an actual idea that can work, but then the tools and teams, like, it doesn't matter, it's all there now. So maybe it might, if it goes that way, then I think that's a good thing, because earlier days you needed a lot of capital to get the product up. I mean, I'm talking about the genuine, like, this thing, not the task apps that people are putting online. But if you have a genuine idea, like an actual unique one, then I think you now have everything you need to have to get it up with the lowest cost and get like an actual investor or sort of thing. So
yeah,
yeah, that's probably like a good side or good thing that's happening. It's good.
as the ecosystem will move fast in the west, east, and south, it'll be like because anyways like the demand and supply will when they cross over, definitely they'll start to think, oh, automation needs to be a thing.
That's pretty cool. I think that's something even would be interested. Like, if you guys are interested, we can maybe discuss a bit towards like hardware side on AI and how it affects on the next session. Are you guys interested?
Oh yeah,
We can just,
definitely.
like, it's not an agenda, like.
Dilip
Sorry?
just lit up. Like, did you see Dilip just lit up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, no,
Yeah,
because,
like,
my
all
time has
questions.
come.
because I won't see, like, I see how it affects the more like the software side of stuff, but I'm like genuinely curious to kind of see how it affects your side of things, like the hardware industry. I mean, I see then again the robots and stuff, AI. That's not, but product design, like physical space and all that. So just a heads up, maybe we'll include that a bit on the next time, so you guys can talk more, give more insights on that. Yusuf, how is
Yeah.
it affecting? I mean, we are like anyway passing time. How does it affect? Or I use the word impact. How does it impact in your business right now? Are you using it, like not for content and stuff, but this AI agents and all? Have you used it towards your business, or how does it work with you?
Yeah, I use it definitely like the workflow management, and I'm also setting up the WhatsApp chatbot for the website and CRM integration.
Hmm.
Yeah, so and also I'm going to work on that WhatsApp automation tool. You know, where you can automatically with customer can reply to messages using this one. So yeah, that's definitely one of the benefits. So we can reduce the actual labor we need rather than getting a physical person to respond on time. So yeah,
Nice. But I think you can use it for a lot more things. We'll probably maybe discuss again on another session. Like even for you, I
yeah,
think there are like nowadays it doesn't really cost a lot. There are a lot of
yeah.
tools you can actually use. Even the yeah, even we'll probably discuss. Might be good
The
for
only
everyone.
thing is when it comes to cost in Sri Lanka, it is because it's converted into rupees, and from I think April you'll have to add the VAT into that. So
Yeah,
it
that's
does
actually
add up
true for Sri
this
Lanka.
year, but overall it's still a bit affordable. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I had some ideas for our products. Cool. Very good. Tavin, you said anyway you are still using, which is good, mostly for coding. Is there anything else in your like day to day or something that you use other than the text and the coding?
Mostly for like, so in like back in the days I was Google everything to like know the knowledge and stuff. Now I'm using ChatGPT or Claude or like
For
the
searching?
Google one. Yeah, so for searching exactly, like without googling it. So
Like,
it's kind of easy now because it gives you the like the point without you have to go inside the blog and read the old to get the idea.
hmm.
So kind of
Then
easy
there's
now.
now the agentic browsers. I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
have tried. Yeah,
Only on
I
Mac
think.
OS.
Sorry.
That's only on Mac, right?
No. There's a good one. I can send you an invite if you want.
Okay.
I'll send it to you. But yeah, so I think again that brings up a lot more things we could discuss. Like even with the browsers, recently there was a discussion with. I mean, I don't want to go to the discussion now, but maybe we'll try again to include some of this on the next session.
Yeah.
Because for me, that gave us a lot of like good stuff. I'll again talk on the next one, but the whole agentic browser thing has goods and bads. It automates stuff, good, but then people are saying that if it's not the actual users who are visiting and buying products on your website or e-commerce, then how do you actually like analyze the user behaviors and targets them, which is true. But for me, I was thinking like I automate a lot of stuff, like even testing. I just tell the browser to go and test, and it just clicks stuff, fill forms, and test things out, which helps me. But true, like I haven't also thought about that. Like then you're actually taking out that user behavior part. So how it's now going to affect how you plan ahead. You know, you can now see, okay, this is an actual user clicking this because they think it's important, or is just the AI selecting the best case scenario sort of thing. So yeah, good, might be good stuff to discuss on another session. Cool. We are out of time. I
And
mean,
but
end of time. Sorry, Yusuf, you were saying something?
yeah, I thought it was overall. What are your takes like on the future of AI? Do you think it would help you all get reduce team size, get better efficiency? How do you think the future of AI will be?
Tarin, Dirit, do you guys want to answer that?
I think it won't reduce the teams. It's just will open up a different part of your business that you never thought about that needs attention, because in the future I'm saying in future it's gonna be very much data driven. That's where you will have a lot of roles in the data side, and then like using AI in the back of it to support the whole part. Plus, AI is gonna be a tool that it's gonna accelerate, make things faster, and then open up different avenues that we never thought about. Yeah, that's what I think.
Tavin, what do you think?
Like in
In your
coding
like,
and stuff.
yeah.
In like, as I think in coding and stuff, I think if like uh in back in the days we need like junior developers and stuff and people. Now if you have a agent and you have the right context to give to them, you can get the work done without the junior developer. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind
Right.
of
it's a dangerous thing, Tavin.
yeah.
But no, that's actually like a kind of a worldwide phenomena right now, that with the current models or how far things are right now, you can actually get rid of the lowest layer of junior. You still need the senior plus upwards, but right now we are in the layer like junior or this thing you don't need. If you have one senior, you can actually just get them, like an actual good one, to write instructions and let the agents do the work in parallel. Like literally, I'm doing just sitting here, right, running three things. Like I write a huge doc. Like I have everything, like written what's the like the feature, how it should be, everything, like whatever I want to build in a very instruction way, and I just feed it. Yesterday I did something at night, and the agent ran for 20 minutes. I was trying a different model, the new one that they introduced, Raptor or something. Can't remember. But that does like a lot of thinking. So the most of the time, not for the file edit, but it keeps thinking, and it shows us what's thinking. It's a new model.
How
But
do you know? How do
sorry,
you know? How do you know what's being generated and is accurate, and then you don't
I
need?
check. I check. That's again something I think we should discuss, especially related to the whole coding thing. We, like I've told Thavin, and we have others who are using AIs and all. We never merge in or like do anything without looking at what was done. As soon as it generates, we first check whether the function works. That's the important thing. I mean, important as in, like, if the function is not working, no point of looking at the code. So whatever it generates, you go and check, and of course sometimes it's not the best. So then you keep telling, changing until the function works. Then you look at the code, see what it has done, and most of the time the good thing is it has done things in the best way possible, like things even we haven't thought of, which is good, right? But we make sure that it's right, because it doesn't have the whole context. No, whatever the context it is to generate that, it does know everything. It can't, like, we have other projects, we have our own ways of doing stuff, so we check that. And if it has done that differently, let's say, like Tavin told earlier, like let's say it has done something which is correct, good, but it's not how we do that in our other projects or our products, then we specifically ask that block, okay, change this to use that, or use this, and it changes that. So then we refine, we make sure it is correct, and then only we get that merged in. So at the end of the day, we also do not end up with some random code or random ways of doing things. We still keep the consistency. You get it? Like that's how I think that's how people should use it. But we cut down the time and the cost. So nothing, because most of the projects that even we see from clients, the problem is every time the prompts run or agents run, it does things differently. So if you look at three files, sometimes three file has three different approaches on what it has done. So then end up with a mess.
Wow, it's pretty Interesting.
Man, it's so cool. I think we should touch some more
Yeah,
points.
definitely.
We could
The
do.
long questions I will have.
Yeah, we'll do. I mean, even that idea, delete, like you just spoke a while back.
Yeah,
If you really spend some time, you could just generate that whole thing by yourself.
yeah. Been researching slightly on
You
that
can.
area, so
You can. You have everything. Like you can, because when you like the certain instructions, you just have to give what you want to do. You don't have to know how to do. It will figure it out. The agent. You got. I
yeah,
mean, otherwise, back in the days, it used to take us time to research and how to do, and then we do it. But now we just know what to do.
yeah,
But the good thing is because we have that experience on the technical side or whatever that we need, like even for you guys, you know your domain, then it's good. But then it's a like a very valuable tool. But if someone who has no experience comes and start using that tool, then only they mess up because they don't know, like they just know the highest, okay, this is what
Mhm.
sort of thing. So it just, that's why the quality drops.
Yeah,
So even for our clients, we are saying like there are clients who vibe code the front end themselves and ask us to do the back end because back end has more specifics.
right.
So that's fine. So there are, I think, still good use cases, and you can literally like build your own product. That one we just discussed.
Yeah,
That's very cool.
it's cool. Very cool.
All right.
It's been an interesting conversation today.
It is. It is. It's actually much like I think, talked a lot of interesting and good stuff, and it went well without an agenda. So I think it's good.
Mm.
Still, my concept is working, so we'll see. This is just the second one, but for a second session, I think it went pretty good. We came up with very natural stuff. Like that's what I want to try. Like even the questions we all asked were just because we were curious, and the answers we gave were not something we planned or not through a script or anything.
Mm.
So I think it's cool. So thanks again for you guys. It's a Sunday, spending your time. Yusuf, I think it's not that late yet, but it's a Sunday anyway. So thanks again. I'll drop a message on the WhatsApp chats to schedule a next one. I hope you guys will join. So cool. Have a good rest of the weekend.
Thanks, Ilan. Thanks, Darin.
Thank you. Bye
Thanks,
guys.
guys. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.